Dear friends, let me begin today's discussion with a simple but sincere question. Have you ever sat quietly and realized that your body now past 60 doesn't quite feel like it used to? Maybe your legs feel heavier, you're short of breath after a few steps up the stairs, or you wake up with a nagging ache in your back. These are common signs of aging, and while they're easy to notice, there's another set of changes that often go unspoken, those affecting our genitals and sexual health. This topic might feel uncomfortable to talk about, even with a partner. Many men experience these changes but remain silent, either out of embarrassment, fear of being misunderstood, or the belief that, well, I'm getting older. This must be normal. But today, I want to invite you to break that silence with me. We're diving into a very real and important subject: how a man's body, and especially his sexual health, changes after 60. What's normal, what's not, and more importantly, how can you continue enjoying a fulfilling sex life despite these changes? If you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, know this: you're not alone. There are many others tuning in right now who are on the same journey. Let's all drop a 1 in the comments to say hello to one another, and let's get started. As we age, particularly past 60, the male body naturally undergoes changes, including in the genital area. These aren't signs that something's wrong. They're just part of growing older. One of the first things many men notice is that the skin on the penis becomes thinner and less elastic. In our younger years, the skin is firm and flexible, which helps support strong, quick erections. But over time, as collagen and elastin in the skin decrease, it becomes more difficult to achieve and maintain erections like before. Take Mr. Michael, for example, a 5-year-old from California. He shared that around the age of 50, he began noticing changes. Back then, just a little stimulation would get me going. Now it takes longer, and the feeling isn't quite the same, he said. After consulting a doctor, he learned that this was completely normal. The main reason? Reduced blood circulation. As we get older, our blood vessels, including those that carry blood to the penis, become thicker and less flexible, a condition known as atherosclerosis. This slows down the flow of blood to the corpora cavernosa, the spongy tissue responsible for erections, resulting in erections that are slower to come and less firm. Erectile dysfunction is another common experience for many men as they age. In fact, medical research shows that between 40% and 70% of men over the age of 60 will encounter some form of it. But let's be clear, this doesn't mean you're losing your manhood or past your prime. It's a natural part of aging, and it's more common than many people realize. One of the key reasons behind this is the gradual decline in testosterone, a hormone essential for maintaining sexual desire, muscle strength, and emotional well-being. Testosterone levels typically begin to decrease around the age of 40, and by the time a man reaches 60, the effects are often more noticeable. You might find that your sex drive isn't as strong, or that the mood just doesn't strike you as often as it used to, and that's okay. Fortunately, there are practical steps you can take to support your sexual health, and they don't require extreme effort. Gentle exercises like yoga and stretching can make a meaningful difference. Poses such as cat-cow, bridge, and child's pose help loosen tight muscles in your lower back, abdomen, and pelvic region, all areas connected to sexual function. These movements are low impact and can be done comfortably at home with the help of an online video or a qualified instructor. If you're interested in learning more about these exercises, drop a 1 in the comments. If enough of you are curious, we'd be happy to create a dedicated video to walk you through them step by step. The most important thing to remember is consistency. No exercise shows results overnight, but after just 4 to 6 weeks of regular practice, many men begin to see positive changes, not only in flexibility and energy levels, but also in sexual performance. Think of it as a gift to yourself, a small daily habit that can improve your relationship, boost your confidence, and enhance your overall well-being. Of course, exercise is just one part of the picture. What you eat also plays a vital role. Alongside physical activity and medical care, nutrition is one of the 3 key pillars of sexual health, especially after 60. As we age, our diet influences more than just our blood pressure, heart function, or blood sugar. It also directly affects sexual desire and erectile function. In places like Taiwan, many older men continue to follow traditional diets. These can be very beneficial, but only if you're mindful of the ingredients. Foods high in oil, sugar, or alcohol may become less suitable with age and can negatively impact sexual health if consumed in excess. To support testosterone levels and blood flow, focus on foods rich in zinc, vitamin D, and omega-3 fatty acids. Zinc, found in oysters, pumpkin seeds, beef, and eggs, has long been associated with male reproductive health. Omega-3s, which help reduce inflammation and support cardiovascular health, are present in fatty fish like salmon and mackerel, as well as in flaxseed oil. Vitamin D supports hormone production and calcium absorption. You can get it through sunlight or foods like eggs and dairy. Rounding out your diet with leafy green vegetables, tofu, various nuts, and low-sugar fruits is also a smart move. On the flip side, limit foods that are overly processed, deep-fried, high in refined sugar, or heavily canned. And while an occasional glass of red wine may offer heart health benefits, excessive alcohol consumption is one of the leading causes of erectile dysfunction in older men. In addition to maintaining a healthy diet, regular medical checkups become even more important for men over 60. At this stage, the body undergoes significant changes, many of which aren't visible on the outside, but can have a big impact on your internal health. It's a good idea to consult with a men's health specialist to assess important factors like testosterone levels, blood pressure, blood vessel health, and prostate function. If you're experiencing persistent erectile dysfunction or a noticeable decrease in sexual desire, don't hesitate to talk to your doctor. These issues are common and, most importantly, treatable. Today's medical advancements offer a range of solutions to help older men maintain their health. In addition to medications for erectile dysfunction, which should only be used under a doctor's supervision, there are also hormone replacement therapies to help balance testosterone levels. Additionally, advanced treatments like shockwave therapy and pelvic physiotherapy have shown positive results for many patients. The most important thing is to stay positive and make small, consistent efforts to care for your body. Exercise, eating in moderation, and not shying away from regular checkups are simple yet powerful practices that can help men in their golden years stay healthy, joyful, and connected to their partners. In the next section, we'll focus on the mental and emotional aspects of sexual health. Things that may seem less obvious but actually play a huge role in the quality of one's intimate life as we age. When people discuss sex after 60, the focus often lands on the physical aspects, like erectile function or testosterone levels. However, the psychological side is just as important, as it profoundly influences happiness and confidence in intimacy. Many men have shared that the biggest struggle isn't necessarily the physical changes, but rather the feelings of embarrassment, insecurity, and fear of rejection or judgment when their bodies no longer respond the way they once did. These emotions are real and deserve compassion. Throughout life, we've faced countless challenges, raising families, building careers, battling illnesses, and dealing with the loss of loved ones. As we age, physical changes are inevitable, but it's important to remember that these changes are a natural part of life, not a sign of decline. Embracing the aging process with a positive mindset can help you feel more comfortable with yourself and open up new possibilities for a fulfilling relationship. An essential element in navigating this stage of life is open and honest communication with your partner. Many couples, as they get older, avoid discussing intimacy due to embarrassment or the belief that they're too old for that now. However, silence often creates emotional distance between partners. It's important to be brave and share your feelings. I feel like my body isn't what it used to be, and sometimes I worry about disappointing you. Or, I still want to be close to you, but I'm not sure if you still want that too. These honest words can bridge any emotional gaps and reignite the warmth and connection that you share. At this stage in life, pleasure takes on a broader meaning. It's no longer just about erections or orgasms. Instead, it's about the emotional bond and the full presence of two people. Simple gestures like a tender gaze, a gentle hand to hold, or a warm hug before bed can become powerful forms of intimacy, offering a sense of safety and unconditional love. There are countless ways to rediscover closeness with your partner, spending an evening together, listening to nostalgic songs, giving each other a soothing massage with aromatic oils, or simply sitting side by side reminiscing about cherished memories. These small, meaningful acts do more than relax the body. They nourish the soul and deepen the emotional connection between two hearts. Mr. and Mrs. David, who have been together for over 40 years in Texas, shared, "We're not as passionate as we used to be, but whenever she places her hand on mine while we watch TV, I still feel my heart beat a little faster. There is no age that's too late for love or intimacy." As we grow older, sex evolves from being driven by impulse to a more mature, profound form of love, one that thrives on tenderness, empathy, and emotional connection. At this stage of life, if you're open to it, you may discover that the deepest satisfaction doesn't come from physicality alone, but from the experience of being truly accepted, loved, and emotionally connected with your partner. Dear friends, after everything we've discussed today, the key takeaway is this: the physical changes that come with age are entirely normal. They don't signal the end of your sex life. Rather, they mark a natural transition of the body, much like graying hair, diminished eyesight, or a slightly stooped posture. The good news is that with a proper understanding, the support of modern medicine, and self-care, you can absolutely maintain and even enhance a fulfilling, meaningful sex life. In our later years, sex is no longer a rush of impulse like it was in our youth. Instead, it takes on a deeper emotional resonance, marked by stillness, sensitivity, and connection. It becomes a different kind of love language, where a simple glance, a gentle touch, a shared smile, or a warm embrace can serve as powerful ways to bond two people who have navigated life together. If there's one final piece of advice we could offer, it's this: embrace a healthy lifestyle, move your body gently every day, nourish yourself with wholesome food, and make sure to nurture your well-being, both physically and emotionally. Don't hesitate to consult a doctor when something doesn't feel quite right. The proactive choices you make today can lead to healthier, more fulfilling years ahead. Equally important is the connection you share with your partner. Sometimes a kind word or a moment of reassurance can be more healing than any medicine. The companionship, support, and encouragement you receive from your partner are invaluable, something no prescription could ever replace. We hope that after reading or watching this, you feel lighter in your heart, more in tune with your body, and most importantly, that you recognize you are not alone. If you have any questions, reflections, or personal stories you'd like to share, please feel free to leave a comment. Your experience could be a source of strength and encouragement for someone else on a similar journey. And finally, if you found this content helpful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. By doing so, we can continue to walk this path together toward healthy, joyful, and fulfilling lives in our golden years. Until next time, we wish you continued health, peace, and happiness.